Hello, friends and family. Welcome to day 23, day 1 of the second treatment. So I'm going to show that in the title with a 2:1. So 2 for the treatment number and 1 for the day of the treatment. And I'm going to continue with the day 23, 24, 25 because I think that's valuable data. All right, day 23, first day of my second treatment of my battle to crush diffuse large B-cell aggressive lymphoma. Let's get into status. Okay, eating. We'll start with eating. Nausea is real today. It's not kicking my butt, but I'm definitely having to mitigate. No mouth pain yet, but I probably will do the mouthwash tonight just as a prophylactic protection. See if that helps delay the symptoms. Weight's been steady. Not worried about that. It's actually a little bit up today, so I have a lot of wiggle room. And fluid, I did awesome. Again, 104 ounces, which comes out to 3,075 cc's or mLs, so just over 3 liters. That was yesterday. And today, I'm not doing too bad. I think I'm already just under 80 ounces plus all the fluid they're dripping into me. So I'll take that into account, which is part of the reason I calculated the cc's, because the medication comes in cc's, not in ounces. Okay, sleep. I did 6 hours and 58 minutes, so almost 7 hours. I feel pretty good. I did take probably a 30-minute nap this afternoon. Mental space. I think I'm okay. Not doing cartwheels, still a little bit anxious about what the coming weeks have to bring for me as the symptoms become real. And tired, but I'm not sure that is a symptom. Just tired. I'll say that. I was tired today. Took a little extra out of you. Just, the exercise of getting to the doctor and then waiting for them to start the poison tonight and all that kind of stuff. Chemo brain, I don't think so, but you guys have to keep me honest because the poison is flowing in, so let me know. The hair's still coming out. I think that's it. Movement, yesterday I did 8,100 steps, plus or minus 50, I think. And 1 sun salutation. It gave me a little bit of grief, so I'm trying to figure out how to modify it so that it doesn't hurt the positioning, the PICC lines. So I'm working on that. Vitals were all fine. Treatment plan. I have the treatment plan. So I think I went over this a little bit from the hospital on treatment 1, but I have some documentation from the doctor's office. So let me go over it. So this morning, pre-meds. So I got to the doctor's office. So let me tell you about my day. I got up. I got showered because it's difficult to shower with the 24-hour IV, so I probably will be doing mostly sponge baths for the next several days. So I got a shower in, yay. And then Sam either volunteered or was designated, I'm not sure. I let them figure it out to take me this morning. So when I got out of the shower, he still wasn't up. I knocked on his door. He had, I don't know, maybe a half an hour or so before we had to leave. So he started to get ready. I ate some breakfast. I had oatmeal with raisins and craisins, and I'm thinking I'm going to add some nuts in there. Chop up some nuts, put some nuts in. Seems a reasonable approach. Add a little protein, and then I usually try to drink a protein shake with it or scramble an egg, but I didn't have enough time. So today I just had the oatmeal, and I drank 16 or 20 ounces of water at that time. Let's see, what else do I have? And then we got in the car and we started to drive. So insert B-roll here of our drive. The thumbnail is me in the chemo seat after they started the immunotherapy, but we'll get there. Maybe I'll insert that here as well. All right, so as pre-meds, they gave me a Loxi, which is also called palonosetron. That was administered by IV, and that is an anti-anemic, anti-nausea drug. These drugs are supposed to stay in your system and fight for 3 to 5 days for anti-nausea. And then the other one that I got was Cinbonti. That's also an anti-anemic. And again, it's called aprepitant injectable emulsion. Again, this one also is an anti-anemic, anti-nausea drug that's supposed to stay effective for several days. So it's supposed to get me through these first few days. And in the hospital, I think it did, although I remember I have to go back and look at some of those old videos when I do the recap. But I think that I did have like some low-level nausea where I had to mitigate with eating regularly, and that's how I'm feeling now. So I have to go through the pantry and every place else and make sure that I have foods that support that, like pretzels, and we have some bread. I had some toast earlier. We have crackers. Those like little things, little protein. Maybe I'll hard boil some eggs. All that kind of stuff in my Instapot. All right. Then I also got Benadryl IV to prevent any allergic reaction to the immunotherapy. And then at the clinic, I got this one, Ruxins, also called rituximab PVVR, which was IV, and that's the immunotherapy that targets, I think it's also called Rituxan if I remember correctly. That's the therapy that targets lymphoma cells and kills them. So the thing that we have to watch out for and concern is damage to any organs due to all those dead cells flooding the system. And part of that is make sure to drink a lot and make sure nothing gets stuck in the kidneys or bladder. You don't want those chemicals or the dead cells sitting there. It'll cause a overload to them. All right. And then I got home, and this was fast. So it was much faster than expected. They had previously told me 4.5 hours. I was in and out in 2.5 hours. Actually, I went almost to 3 hours because my family wasn't ready to come get me. They recommended that I did not drive myself because of the Benadryl, which was fair, and I did find myself kind of dozing off. I was crocheting a hat, and then all of a sudden I wasn't crocheting a hat. So, back and forth but I got there at 9:30. They were done with me at noon, and I think Sam got there to pick me up at like 12:20. So it ended up being about 3 hours, but at 20 minutes I wasn't hooked up anymore. I was just, killing time till he could come get me. Let's see, what else can I tell you about my day? So I got home. We straightened the kitchen a little more. Sam helped me straighten the kitchen last night as well. On my list of 4 things to do before Friday, we got done 3, so I feel pretty good about that. We did vacuum. I straightened some more in the kitchen. Sam helped again in the kitchen. And then I was able to complete the laundry last night and move it to the dryer this morning, so I'm ready to go. Okay, so let's see, what else can I tell you about? So somebody asked me to mention, again, file this under TMI. Most women are anxious to take their bra off and they don't wear their bra at night. Most people didn't. The majority of women do not wear bras 24 hours. My 24-hour bra wearing is leftover, kind of. For those that don't know, I had a bilateral mastectomy 6 years ago, and at that time the surgeon that did the reconstruction wanted me to wear a sleep bra. I'll call it a sleep bra. Didn't have to be like super firm or anything like that because you're not moving around, but something that would keep you in position because, as you might imagine, the implants, they're not naturally part of your body, so they will float around your chest if they don't heal into position. And my experience is that even 6 years off, my body's not particularly happy with the foreign body that's sitting there, and I'm not sure that they would stay in position if I didn't always wear a bra. But it's a soft bra, like it's seamless. I don't know how else to describe it. It's not like the bra that I would wear out of the house. It's basically, its only purpose is for positioning, but very lightly. Okay, done. About my day. So then we came home, we straightened a little bit, and then I left a message for the nurse, called me yesterday and said, please call when you get home so we can schedule when I'm going to come out. So I did that, and she was at least an hour and a half off. She had another patient to go to in the opposite direction. So in any case, so she got here, I'm going to say 4:45-ish, maybe 5, in that time zone. We had paperwork to fill out, I had to sign, and then And then, she went, taught me a little bit about the pump. Here's the pump. Here's my lovely fanny pack. Ugh. The pump's in there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Here, let me activate the screen. Okay. And here it's telling me that it's continuously running. There's 368.8 mLs left to run, and the reservoir will be empty in 21 hours and 5 minutes. The reservoir is the bag of, let's see if I can show you this quickly. I think I can. So it's kind of hidden there, but this is the chemotherapy drug. It's kind of got an orangey tang, unnatural color, the poison. And then the pump's over here. Ugh. Pump's on this side, but you can see, like I saw through the display there I shared with you. So she gave me some basics, how to silence the alarm, how to read the pump, what's on there, what to do if the new nurse isn't there tomorrow when it stops. She should be, but if she's not, the nurse that's going to switch it over, what to do. Got all that done, and she hooked me up. Bing, bang, boom. Now I'm being poisoned since about 5:30 maybe. So I do have to call the doctor's office on Monday because they had scheduled me for 3:30 on Tuesday for the last drug, and I'm not going to be done with this until 5:30, so I don't know what they're going to ask me to do. Does that mean I'm not coming in on Tuesday to do that? That's a Wednesday morning thing, or that I have to figure out what the next steps are there. But I'll call them on Monday to figure that out. That's not a crisis. So that was basically my day. I had a little, I ate here, nosh a bit, but not feeling super great, not feeling horrible. Did I read my 21 for 21 today? Don't think I did. I finished my audiobook, so now I need to actually do the reading. So I'm going to try to do that tonight at bedtime. Yeah, I have a note here. Chemo started 5:30. Immunotherapy. Okay. Sorry, just checking the notes. Oh, okay. So let's see. Somebody asked me offline, did I get my root beer barrels? Yes, I got my root beer barrels. This is what 2 pounds of root beer barrels look like, minus a handful, which I put in my bag, so I could take them with me. I didn't have to use them today. I did have one just a little bit before the video started. I started to feel a little funny. Summary, I'm still working on. Crocheting, I didn't make a lot of progress. I'm still ahead almost a day. I'm at 23 3/4 hat. That was the hat I was working on while I kept falling asleep at therapy. So I might try and finish that out tonight, or I might do it tomorrow. We'll see. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I don't think I reported this. Yesterday, I recrocheted a new water bottle cozy. I didn't bring the other one up, but this one is much more form-fitting. The other one was too big, and so when I was holding the water bottle, it could slip out. Didn't really care for that. And also I can tighten the top of this one. I changed the design a little bit and made like a cord that goes through, so I can tighten this if I want to prevent it from slipping. So those two things. So I kind of improved it. But it does keep the water bottles cold. I took this one and the old one to chemo today and put, refrigerated bottles into them, and they were both cold when we got home, 3 hours later. So that's pretty good. No complaints. Oh, seltzer. All right. What did I want to share with you? Oh, I did, here, I'm going to move over. I think I showed you the B-roll of the drive. Here is a picture of me getting my first chemotherapy treatment for the second cycle, right here, which is also the thumbnail. All right. And then here is a picture of my view. Hang on, just move it a little more. This is my view from the chair. So it's a room with multiple people. For some of the time there was nobody there. Some of the time people, came in, got treatments. But all the chairs were, I'd say they were more than probably about 8 feet apart from one another. And then there were some chairs like across from me. Those chairs were easily I would say they were at least 12 feet apart. That's my guess. So my back was here, and somebody else's back was here, and the distance between the two chairs was at least 12, maybe it was more. I didn't really measure. I guess I could do that the next time. So overall, I felt pretty safe. Everyone wore masks, but patients were allowed to eat and drink in your area. I always made sure to look around to make sure there was no one around me without a mask before I took a sip. And I might have snuck in an animal cracker under my mask, but I didn't do a lot of eating while I was there. But I did drink a few times. Again, I didn't move my mask unless everyone around me had their mask on, and the nurses obviously all wore their masks, and they didn't eat in the therapy room. They had another room, lunches or whatever. So relatively safe, not as safe as I felt in the hospital where there was only patients and nobody outside, and everyone was tested. So all the patients were tested, and all the nurses were masked and had eye protection. So I felt very safe from a COVID perspective in the hospital. Here, I didn't feel bad, but I didn't feel like super safe. I guess I'll just say that. I felt safe. I wasn't concerned that I would get sick, but I don't know how else to articulate that. So I think that is all I have for you today. I did want to shout out an angel delivery. We got a grocery delivery, but the boys actually put the groceries away. I did not, so I don't know what we got. Actually, they might have even asked for the groceries because folks around town message the kids or my husband, sometimes me, say, I'm going to ShopRite or Weiss or wherever, what do you need? And they give them a response. So they probably stuff they asked for. But we did get some instant oatmeal packets because I talk about oatmeal a lot. I do have a lot of oatmeal. I have Quaker Oats, and now I have some extra instants. Maybe I'll put them in my chemo bag in case I want to eat when I'm at therapies. Although that's probably not going to happen too much if the trip is only less than 3 hours. And the trip for next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day I go, is going to be an hour at the most. Hour and a half would be my guess. It's going to be quick. Although I guess I shouldn't say that because I did have some waiting time, so we'll wait and see. I also have a couple appointments scheduled for follow-up. So it's to my understanding, I'll go in Tuesday night or Wednesday morning for the last bit of the treatment. And then 24 hours after that, I'll go back in for the shot for the white blood cells, the Neulasta. And then the following week, they've scheduled me a virtual visit. Oh, in labs. They're going to do labs. And then the following week, I have a virtual visit with my doctor. So I don't have to go in unless, I guess, the labs that we do next week are bad or pitiful. If they want to observe me more closely, I might have to go in. And the other thing was... I didn't pull it up. I'll have to give you the data tomorrow. They did labs today, and my white and red counts were on the lower side of normal, or just under normal in the ranging. So, we're being infected. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. But they're watching all that data, and they'll make decisions. In any case, I just wanted to thank that angel delivery. And then I wanted to shout out another thank you to everyone who sent me well wishes for my treatment via text, via DM, and here comments and so forth. So thank you so much, as always. I really, really appreciate your love and support. We love you. Ooh. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I really appreciate it. Remember, every day is a gift. Live it.